Welcome back to the Mvmt Performance project. Today we're looking at bent over rows and how we can do them better, some simple movement conversations, and how to get the most out of those low traps, those rhomboids. Forget about those upper straps. They're not going to help you with your shoulder position, with your shoulder stability. So we're looking at like this. So really simply with a row, with a seated row or a bent over barbell row or dumbbell row, obviously the end position should not be like this. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that this isn't the best position for your shoulder. What we need, obviously, is one of those. If it looks good, it probably is good. If it looks like shit, it's shit. So, bent over barbell row. What we're gonna do is, obviously you're gonna grab that barbell. We're gonna be softening those knees and we're sliding that bar right down just below the shins. And all we're doing is we're pulling that barbell right up to the heart rate monitor or to where the bra line is. So what's happening here is those shoulders, you see they're dipping forward. What we're gonna do is we're gonna pull them right back, boom, big squeeze in those shoulder blades. So I'm gonna hold this position and exaggerate that shoulder blade squeeze for 5 seconds, a 5 count, and then put it on down. The whole idea, the reason why I'm holding for 5 seconds is so I can feel the muscles in between the scapula, in between those shoulder blades. I can feel those mid traps, those low traps, and those rhomboids to help pull those shoulder blades back and together. And then I'm thinking, put them in my back pocket or squeeze those shoulder blades together behind your back. Whatever cue best works for you, the whole movement solution, the movement concept, the finished position of the movement should be one of these and not one of those. So, what I highly recommend is to do, let's say, a set of 5 with something extremely light and exaggerate that squeeze so that you feel those muscles working, you feel them on type of thing. So once you do feel them on, it's easier to go get them after. It's easier to focus and train on them after a warm-up set. What you can do, what I often do, is to load the pattern. But one simple thing you can do, very inexpensive, is get one of these bands. What the band will do is it'll add load to the extreme end of the movement. So the band will be lighter at the bottom of the pull. Once I've done my warm-up sets, my low traps, my rhomboids, the muscles in between my shoulder blades, as well as the back of the shoulder, are all lit up. So I can kind of feel them working already. I grab that band and I'll pull right to my chest. So what this does, it's not that heavy down here where my lats are involved most, but as I come up a little higher, the band is a little bit heavier. So you'll notice that my butt could be against the wall. That will help my body keep my abs on. So it's one less thing to think of. A lot of times in the bent over row, that low back gets fired up. In the bent over row, the low back gets fired up, mainly because you forget about bracing here, and all you're thinking about is that pull. So something very simple to do is put your bum against the wall, and that'll help keep those ribs locked down. It'll help you get those abs on to stay out of that back and focus on what matters, the lift at hand. So back to the exercise, pull to your chest, movement cues to remember. You're pulling that right to your bra line, right about to here, so those shoulders aren't facing forward, but they're facing due north. Boom, straight up. Right, pulling that barbell right there, doing 5-second hold on the chest with that barbell, and lastly, adding this band to add a little bit of resistance to the top of the movement, where you do want that extra resistance for those rhomboids, those little traps, those muscles that pull the shoulder blades back. Give that a shot when you train today. Let's try 5 sets of 5-second hold. 5 reps of 5 sets of 5-second hold. Boom. And tell me you don't feel those little traps, those rhomboids tomorrow. Give it a shot. Let me know what you think. Hope you're not too sore from that. Mvmt Performance project.